Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the login page for IACLETOP. You can log in with your email ID, whatever you use for IACL. And that takes you to the dashboard. So I just want to go through a few things here. So in case you want, areas like ICLC and maybe the flashcards on top and stuff, and you want the others which you don't use very often down the bar. So what you can do is just click on what you want on the top and just click and drag them, and then you can rearrange all the areas as and how you would want to have it. And sometimes you see these three dots here. So the card view is what it is now. So in case by mistake, suppose you've changed the view to something else like recent activity, you won't see any of the cards on the dashboard. So don't get worried. All you have to do is go back here and then click on card view, and then you'll get all your areas where you've signed up for on IACLETOP in this area. And a few things that I just wanted to talk to you about. Of course, the ICLC, I'm assuming that everybody is very familiar with. I'll just go through it. So it's available in different languages. For this group, of course, English is the one that we use normally. And you can actually go to any of the lectures that you want. And let's see, I'm clicking on this. You see a small sign as download on the left top corner here, and you can actually click on that and download the lecture, or just use this as it is to project to your students and then teach them. And it also gives you a summary of the slides on the right side, so you can actually have a summary of what the lecture actually covers, depending on the title of each of the slides. And the notes are also available. So this is about ICLC. Get back. The next is, of course, the flashcards. Regarding the flashcards, currently we have 3 available. That is insertion, removal, and aftercare. These are the 3 available here, and they're available in different versions, in the sense you can have it as PDF, you can also have it as PowerPoint, and also as Nearpod. So here it says you can download the PDF as it is. And then once you go to the end of it also says PowerPoint and Nearpod if you look at the last portion of the screen. So if I go to PowerPoint, so it shows you in kind of a slide format, and then the instructions and everything is available here. So the same PDF is available in PowerPoint format. And if you have to go to Nearpod, let's go back to what it was earlier. And if you go right down, it shows you the Nearpod format as well. So all these are also available to students, and you can actually use them as interactive, teaching resources in case you want to use this for students. So this is how it appear on Nearpod. So this is the first one. And then you can click on the next one here. It shows you the same. And similarly for positioning of the contact lenses, what's the right and the wrong side of the contact lens in case it's flipped over and stuff like that. So these are the different methods by which you can use the flashcard as well.
Yeah. So Lakshmi, just to add, I
Yeah,
think the Nearpod version, you can
sorry.
use it when you want to make it interactive. Can you just go back?
Yeah, I'll go back.
So if you want to make it more interactive, whether it's in a quiz form or, you can just put up the first slide in the Nearpod format. Let's just take an example that will be easier. So yeah, there you go. So PowerPoint has all the slides, in sequence. Nearpod is slightly interactive. So if you look at uh,
Yeah,
application, there are two slides of application. So the first step is hand washing, right? So just go to the next one. And this tells you in detail how the hands should be washed, etc., etc. So as an educator, probably you can just put up one slide, the first one, and you can ask a question like, so what should be the precautions taken during hand washing, and so on. I think the next one will be more
let's go to the
elaborate.
next one.
The
It's
next one, yeah,
similar same
right. So
position of the contact lenses.
absolutely. So here you can ask a question like, so how should be the contact lens positioned, and how would you know is the right side up, etc., etc. So that is a question you can ask, and if you want to reveal the answer, you click on to the next slide, and that's the actual answer. So these are the steps, right? So you move the contact lens from the packaging, then you place it in a particular way, and so on. So if you want to make it interactive, Nearpod is the version you want to use, is the format you want to use. And if you want to go through the entire sequence in less interactive way, I think PowerPoint is the way to go. And we also have these in PDF in card format. So if you download the PDF, it only has the points. So in one page, you will have the entire soft contact lens application. I think front and back put together, that will cover the entire soft lens application.
Yeah, that's an A4 size. You'll have back to back the entire one entire flashcard.
Right. And you can take a printout, you can laminate it, and you can use it in the clinics. Yeah. Sorry, Lakshmi, you can go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So that's about flashcards. Now, as educators, I'm sure everybody uses the research update. So the research update, basically what we've done of late is to try and give a small summary video as to what the research update is covering in that particular edition. So for example, for July, if you can see here, there's a small video here, and then the research update is on the right-hand side. So Fakhruddin is giving you a summary of what what are the articles in the research update, and this is the final PDF. The reason we tend to do that is basically you can listen to the video, and if you feel that some of the articles are of your specific interest, then you can go and look at the research update and download them as well. So they're there in all of the research updates that we have done, I think this year, as well as
Yeah, we started this year.
this year, yeah.
The summary video we started this year. So
Yeah.
if you can click on one of the research updates.
Hello everyone.
So I don't
Welcome
know
to
whether
the
you can hear.
55th
We can.
research update
Yeah.
of IIL. And this month's research update has 7 published papers which are put together. The first 2 papers talks about contact lens discomfort in particular.
Yeah.
One of the study assesses if there was any placebo effect which was associated while refitting monthly lens wearers with a daily disposable lens to manage their contact lens discomfort.
Yeah.
The second.
So that
And these are also posted on the social media platform. So if you look at LinkedIn, Facebook, even Instagram, you will see these videos posted there as well. And if you click on the issue here, Lakshmi, if you just click on the issue, you will get the summary. It's actually the issue that you get by email as well. So it's the same issue in a PDF form, and you can click on the link, read the full text, and it takes you to the actual full paper. So I think those of you who are interested in reading the entire paper, you click on that and it will take you to that full paper. So this is something for all the educators. I think you will find it interesting. quite useful. Some educators have given real positive feedback about this, because they just look at this and they'll get a gist of what are the important papers published in that particular month in the field of contact lenses. So this is quite handy, and we'll encourage you to look at the research update, as well as you can have a look at the summary videos before getting into the issue.
That's about the research update. Going back to the dashboard again. So if you look at the others, of course, you have the members area where basically it tells you whatever is available on IACLETOP and how to access and all of that. So you have the student trial exam application form, the flashcards, the ICLC, and of course the IACL library. So if you click on the IACL library here, it basically tells you how to use the IACL library. And if you have to basically look for slides or some kind of a webinar lecture, so this is what you get. And I'll just, the search option is very, very, convenient for us. Let's say you want to look at soft contact lens deposit, for example. You just type and then it gives you a picture of soft contact lens deposits that's there. And once you click on this, like here, it actually tells you who is the clinician who submitted this picture, and it gives you a kind of a summary. So the details are also there here, and then the preview of the slide as well. So it basically, and there's so many images that are present in the IACL library. For example, if we have to just look at just soft contact lens, then all these images are available here. And as well as the webinars that kind of deal with soft contact lenses, they're also there. So you can see that the webinars are colored in a bit of an orange, whereas all the images are in green. So this actually forms a huge slide deck for you to use for your students as well. I'll stop here and I'll stop sharing. Kavita, can you just go through any of the student areas that is already available so that they know what they get with each student area?
Yeah.
Maybe we can also take a pause if there are any questions or any comments.
Yeah, any questions? Very happy to answer.
Yeah.
And maybe Elizabeth can give some feedback as well. She's used the student area as well. So Elizabeth, in case you want to give any feedback or kind of exchange your thoughts and your experiences with this group, that will also help.
Hello, everyone. No questions at this point. It's just this platform has been very helpful. I did make use of the student area last year when we did the contact lens test for the students. Unfortunately, because of budget constraints, we couldn't do it this year because the university didn't want to pay the additional cost. Last year it was for free. So I am working on trying to get funding for that so that I can get the students back on from next year. It was a very valuable tool. So that's why I'm definitely going to make plans to try to get funding to get this going again for next year. Very user-friendly, very easy to navigate through. And we did actually end up using those marks as part of their continuous assessment marks for our final year students last year. Thank you.
Great.
But maybe it will be worthwhile to approach some local contact lens industry who are our sponsors also, for example, like Alcon or Cooper or anybody, and to kind of maybe request them whether they can sponsor the exam.
Yeah, that's the idea. So I do have contacts at Alcon and at Cooper Vision. So for this semester, that was one of my things to do, to reach out to them to see if they would be able to do that for next year.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can carry on, Kavita.
Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, this is the student area. This is the new student area. This has the 100 ST questions and the case reports. This additional teaching material is where you can add your own teaching material for your students. And the students can also access IACL webinars. And next, it has the classroom. This is the Jitsu platform where it will be helpful for your students. You can take online tutorials like.
So the classroom is something like Zoom.
Yeah.
You need not actually schedule anything or send a link or anything because it's constantly accessible. All you have to do is just say that, ask the students to, join at a particular time. And then you just have to join the meeting and you can find all the students that are there. And it's like a Zoom lecture, basically. That's about it.
And to set up the, I'll just explain about to set up the ST also. Huh?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
First, you need to go to quizzes. I mean, we have 50 STs and 100 STs. So it's left to the educator. They can choose either if they want to have 50 or 100 ST. So if you want to set the STE, just you need to click on the 3 dots and then you need to click on edit. And here you need to set the date and timing. The due date and until time and date has to be the same and available whatever date you want to start your exam. So you can save it and publish it. And we have student version of ICLC 2020. So this is the one. So once a student area is set up, you can just get this from the commons area. You can import from commons area. I'll just show one.
So here,
student are, yeah, just go on. Go on.
Yeah, for the ICLC modules, for the student version of it, it's not downloadable, but they can go through the lectures, all the lectures and stuff. It'll be the same slides and they can go through all of them. So if you create a student area, all your students have access to all the ICLC modules as well, which is, it's such a help for them to kind of have them. But of course, as I said, it's not downloadable. They can basically go through all the slides and the notes.
And here the students can also access the case reports here. Like this is the student view. I'll just.
Yeah. So basically, they'll be asked a question. They'll be presented a case and asked a question, and then they can respond. So it can be like a self-assessment tool for all the students in terms of the case, or you can have it like a group assignment also. So either way, you can do it.
I'll just click some option.
So Kavita, you clicked on the right answer, I think.
Is it now? I don't know. I just guessed.
Yeah, it gives you what's the right and the wrong answer, and it gives you an explanation as well as to why it is right or why it is wrong. So until the person gets the answer right, they can't go to the next question as well. So basically, as I said, so you can get the scores as well of the students as to how much they scored among all the questions. So it is kind of a self-assessment as well.
And if the question is wrong, they can take the question again. They can answer it again. So I'll just click some other option. So this is wrong. Okay, so this is the wrong answer. So you can see the feedback also here below. So then until you get the correct answer, you can just, or you need to click here, take now. Anything else, ma'am, here? That's it.
No, I was just saying that we're also coming up with a regional hub. Because there's so many different languages, we've segregated them into, different languages like Korean, Chinese, and all of that. So I'll just show you. So that may be an easier way for you to, have everything at one shot. So this will be coming up pretty soon. We've still not launched it. I'm just showing you. So this is like, fresh off the press kindly. So if you click on the English flag, yeah. So it'll tell you, you can, chat with other people within the regional hub, if they're other members and so on. And this gives you everything in a snapshot. So flashcards, members area, ICLC, research update, DLP, case report. So everything is within that same area. And once you click it, it leads you to the same thing as what the dashboard used to lead you into. So, and the IACL calendar for all the events. So you get everything in just one screen. So if you feel that this is more convenient, you can use this as well. So this will be launched pretty soon. That's about it from our side. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we're here to answer. Any questions? I know that Nabila uses the DLP and Elizabeth has used the student trial exam. Apart from that, I don't know whether the webinars you've used to look at the recordings, and of course the ICLC, many of them use it. As you use it, if you have any queries, please feel free. You can write to me, Nilesh, Kavita, Siobhan. You can reach to any one of us, and we'll be more than happy to kind of help you with whatever queries that you have.
Lakshmi, there's a comment here that few people have joined late. Yes, so this is being recorded and it will be available.
Okay, so I think that's about it. Siobhan, you want to add anything?
Just other than if everybody's clear on the fact that if they did want to register their students for a student area, that there is a registration form to do so. That's on the website, it's on the IACLETOP page, it's where the student area information is, so it's very straightforward. You just complete that and submit that to us, and then we'll get you all set up, and everything can roll from there. So yeah, once you've got the access, you've got your students registered, You know, you're free to run your STE multiple times. There's it's already been explained, but you know, the various formats. In the past, normally you would run that once a year, but now with this, you can run it multiple times. So that's a new feature. So if anyone has any, you know, further questions, we do have the fact sheet up with more details about the student area on the website. I've also circulated that in the email. And yeah, it would just be great to see the uptake around the Africa region and the Middle East region to utilise IACLETOP.
Just one thing from my side, if guys, if you are also having access to, you know, clinical images, clinical photographs, please feel free to share them with us if you're willing to contribute, you know, to the IACL image library, image collection. We also pick the best image of that particular month, and that is featured as the image of the month. You would have seen in the newsletters, there's always one image featured as the image of the month. And at the end of the year, there is also one image which is called, or which wins the Image of the Year award. So I think it would be great if you can also contribute, because this is the way, you know, all of us can pool in our resources, and each and every educator will get benefited of these resources. So if you have any interesting clinical images, and they could be even simple images like fitting of contact lenses, or they can be as complex as some rare anterior eye condition. Either way, we can use them for, you know, during our teaching, and all the educators can benefit. So if you have anything like that, you can write to me. I'll just put my email ID here, and I'll share the image collection form with you. You just have to fill up the form along with the image, and you also have to allow us the copyright so that we can share those images with everyone. I'm just putting my email ID here in the chat box.
Elizabeth, students can enroll themselves any time of the year. It's your, you know, academic year schedule. So if you feel that they need to get in the next semester, the same batch of students, and not this semester of optometry, that's absolutely fine. So we leave it entirely to the educators. It's nothing that they have to enroll in the beginning of the year, or, you know, a particular time of the year. It's entirely left to the educators whenever they want to enroll or have the student area according to their convenience. So here in India, what happens is whenever the contact lens subject semester starts, that's when they kind of enroll all their students and have it going for a year. And if you want it for the next year, you can't use the same student area because the students are different. So we kind of name the student area according to the year. So we say, for example, we say University 2021, and so on. So that's how we label the student area as well. So you could have two student areas simultaneously also if you required, according to the you know, your teaching calendar and stuff like that.
Sorry, Lakshmi, one more follow-on question on that. So when they do get enrolled, their enrollment would be active for a full 12-month period. Is that correct?
Yes.
So say, for example, if I were to enroll our current third years this year, then they would still be able to access it for a year going into their following year and fourth year as well.
For a year, yes. So I don't know when the third year started. So if you're enrolling them now, they will have it for a year.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. So if you don't have any other questions, I guess that's about it. Thanks, everybody, for your time and for logging in. So if you have any questions, as I said, please do feel free to ask Siobhan or any one of us. Absolutely happy. Thanks, Siobhan. You're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I was just saying definitely reach out. We're here to help. So we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you sign up to the student area.
Yep. So thank you, guys.
Great.
Take care of yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So,
Bye.
bye. Bye.
Bye. you.